Come on over. You know, Chloe, I have to say that I was speaking with someone earlier about it is really huge to be nominated because there are so many entries for many of these, let alone, of course, winning. So let's meet. All right, we've got Weather-Wise from WREX, Alex Kirchner. Nice to be with you, Alex. Congratulations. This is for Achievement for News Gathering, Weather, Environment, and Science. Weather, of course, people care about that. That's half the reason they turn into the news, I will admit it. But it's more important than just what to wear.
Oh, exactly. This segment is debuts every week. It's about a minute, and it gives me a chance to kind of show off some expertise and say, hey, what's the one thing you've been kind of wondering about this week or this month, or something interesting has gone on recently? I've got the time to explain it. It's not just trying to squeeze that in, because there's only a limited amount of time in a newscast. I get an extra little opportunity to really let this breathe and talk about how much do clouds weigh, or did you hear about this jet plane that was flying faster than the speed of sound? Like the little interesting stuff like that.
How much do clouds weigh?
Weighs over a pickup truck. So imagine like a pickup truck floating through the sky, but it's spread out so much that it's able to stay afloat.
Yikes! I don't know if I like that answer. That sounds I guess a cloud doesn't drop like a pickup truck, but it can feel like that when it's pouring.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You think about all that weight of the rain coming down, it can kind of feel like that, but thankfully it's spread out enough where it's not just one pickup truck falling on a street or your house or anything like that. It was a little disturbing researching that and finding out like, oh, wow, it weighs that much. Okay.
Are these questions that you come up with yourself or that viewers write in, and have they stunned you by some of the questions that maybe never even occurred to somebody who's been forecasting, studied weather, atmospheric sciences?
So more often than not, it's myself coming up with them, but on occasion there is a viewer or a loved one or a friend that just said, hey, I'm kind of wondering about this, and so then I get a chance to explore and talk about it then as a result. So every so often I get a viewer question that's just like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Okay, let's dive into this a little bit more.
I feel like that's so important though. I mean, working in news, I feel like sometimes we can get so caught up in the jargon. Like we'll say something and think that everybody knows what we're talking about, and then you kind of take a step back and it's like, does anyone actually understand what I'm saying? So I feel like what you did with this is so important, to be able to explain this and for the viewers to learn, a little bit more in depth about a subject that you obviously know quite a bit about.
Sort of an expert too, because nowadays there's just so much information and misinformation out there. So it's a chance to say, let's get it from a trusted source. Let's get it from someone that has done the research and has looked into the science, and not just throwing something out there for clicks and likes and all that. Yeah.
Right here. So you heard it here. Write in with your questions, with your weather wonders. We've got a wise man who can figure it all out. Congratulations on your Emmy.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. All right, and I think we're going to keep this going, Chloe.
I love it. Let's do it.